Here we are back at the XMAX. Printing that fidget toy at 150%. Sucker makes an annoying clicking sound. I think it'll be awesome. I need to clean my Ender 3 off and throw some different color filament in it. There's that defunct chopstick holder. I've already redesigned a bigger version that will work. Those are these are purple keychains. Some of them are failed prints, but I figured it out. Yeah. We are now at 74%. This thing is looking awesome. Look at that. That's like 150% of the original size. This thing makes an annoying clicking sound, which is awesome too. Can't really get a good view up there. We're also listening to the hacksmith learn how to make an arc reactor, but they don't have any palladium, so it won't work. Gotta have the palladium. Yeah. We'll be back when it's ready. Here we have a Fender Stratocaster. I printed in the rest of the gray resin that I had left. It is curing. Yeah. So they're making this arc reactor, and they're using like acrylic or something. That's just not even going to be able to withstand the heat. It's a joke. They need to build a real one with real palladium. It can be done. The technology is there. What do you think? I think they're wasting their time. They need to build a real one. Yep. They're just building a model with a flashlight. We have finished product. Bed's still hot. Let's break this loose. Okay. See this? Well, oh no, it's kind of stupid. Well, it's supposed to click louder. Oh well. Anyway. Live and learn. So we had a problem, and I didn't get it on film because I wasn't thinking, because I hardly think. That's ADHD for you. I had to replace the nozzle in this unit, in the big machine. Seems to now printing properly. Also had another issue with the bed height being too high, too close to the nozzle. So it wasn't really putting out enough filament onto the bed. So I got it situated. This nozzle here that we see, I had to torch it with a torch. I did it on the table because that's what I do. Anyway, to clean all the gunk out. So now, I don't know if you can see this. You should be able to see through the hole. I don't know. The hole looks clogged still. Anyway, that's what's going on today. But we got it running. We're in this print about 6.5 hours. Still has a ways to go. Had a little bit of defects in the legs, little ripples, but I think that's because I had to speed too fast. I slowed it back down. It's supposed to be some buff Pokemons. Somebody asked me to print these. Six and a half hours in. How's it going? I got my light on so I can see everything in the dark. Yeah, I'm not printing anything with the resin printer right now, but I am printing with the FDM still, those buff Pokemons. About 7.5 hours in. They still got about 8 hours to go. Yeah, working on it. Well, this print setup finally finished. These are called buff Pokemon. One is the Psyduck, buff Psyduck, and the buff, what is the other one called? I can't remember. Not the Psyduck, but the, hold on, I'll tell you what it is. Swolax, or the whatever lax. I don't know nothing about Pokemon. Somebody asked me to print these. Anyway, they turned out pretty good. Snorlax, that's it. Snorlax and Psyduck. They will be, I think the person that is getting these is going to paint them. On another note, this is a simple money bank, piggy bank, I guess. It's not shaped like a pig. Cylinder bank for my granddaughter. And I drew this in Fusion 360. It's pretty simple. Anyway, that's the plug for the bottom. And then that's that center stuff right there is support material that will come loose. Anyway, this is going to conclude this episode of 3D Printing with ADHD. I will be doing some more videos soon. Thank you and have a great day. Welcome everybody. It's me again. So we've got bored and we drew a skateboard in Fusion 360 and we're about to print it. We have it loaded up on our XMAX printer right here. Granted, I know the front truck looks different than the back truck, but I may change it. I was in a hurry. I get that way. But that's how it looks. We'll be using support material. There's a update with the supports. How it looks. We've already got it loaded on the card and actually loaded in the machine. So we'll be back when it's done printing. So here's the skateboard after it finally printed. And then here's the R2-D2 that I printed also, which I'm going to assemble. I'm going to paint the dome and get some blue paint for it also, so I can make it look authentical. Anyway, yeah, we got some more coming up. So this here is the current state of the R2-D2. Anyway, the head has some defects in it, and the resolution on the head just isn't clean. I painted it with some silver spray paint. I was going to use a paint pen or whatever to color all the colors in, the blue and the silver and the gray. So I've decided I'm going to print the head scaled down to this size on my large XMAX printer. That way it'll be a lot cleaner print. So anyway, I've got the legs, by the way, random thought. I got them held in with some 3mm screws. I got some nuts to put on the back side. later. I've already glued the foot on from the bottom. The head is not glued on or anything. It just doesn't look good. And I mean, I don't want it to necessarily it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, but I'd like it to look pretty cool, you know what I mean? But anyway, I don't know. I am so scatterbrained right now, and it ain't even funny. I need to get into some motivation. Once I get a system down to do something, I can do it, and do it probably better than anybody else, other than keeping my desk clean, because my desk is atrocious. Anyway, we'll get back with the progress shortly. Just thought I'd show off this wheel insert for a Rockstar XD wheel that I designed. They fit perfect. I made this a while back for somebody. They wanted it in black though. This is made out of HIPS material, which is kind of like ABS, but I don't know. It's easier to print with, I guess. We've reprinted the R2D2. So much cleaner than the original print. Yep. I'm back. So, I've decided to reprint the head again on this printer at a much slower speed, plus at 90% of that speed with a much lower temperature. I was running around 215 degrees Celsius, now I'm at 205. I just want to see how much better the quality is. I'm also printing this at 0.15 millimeters per layer. I want to see how clean this thing will print. This is the Ender 3 standard model. And then I'm reprinting, because I want to make a beautiful R2D2. This is the body and the main front foot. I'm going to redo both of those. This is a 10-hour print going down, almost 10 hours. Anyway, we're going to see. I've also slowed the speed down on this. I've dropped the temperature to 212. I may actually drop it a little lower. We'll do that right here. You go here, and then we'll do 20. We're going to do 207. So I dropped the temperature down to 207 on this printer. I just want to see how much cleaner the print is. I do tend to run my temperatures a little on the high side and the speed on the high side, but I've dropped the speed to 40 millimeters a second on this one. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to make something utterly beautiful. That's the word. Anyway, we'll be back later when these are done. See y'all soon. See y'all soon. These parts finally finished. We're going to reassemble our R2D2. That one's still kind of janky. Well, it's better than the other one was. Anyway, we'll put it together. Howdy everybody. Been having some issues with this QIDI printer. So I woke up this morning and the filament was broken and it hadn't finished printing. It was all jammed up. Sorry I didn't get it on film. I was tired. I just woke up. So now I'm printing. We're going to see if this is working. And so far so good. I've taped my ribbon cable to the housing. I've got a new housing that I'm about to print. These are film cable clips. I don't know why I'm printing them, because I'm going to print a new housing to put on it. Anyway, that holds the cable out of place. Hopefully this is all it is. I may have to order a new cable. But what's happening is the cooling fan will cut off when that cable flexes. The cooling fan cuts off, and none of these other how-to videos are explaining this. So let me go back. The cooling fan that cools the hot end, or it actually cools the throat tube, the heat break for the hot end. The fan quits running in the middle of the print, and it causes it to jam up inside the extruder. So that is due to this cable starting to droop down and flex. So I stabilized the cable. There is a new cover I'm going to print that will hold the cable in place and makes it easier to deal with. So these little clips here are going to be irrelevant, but I'm going to go ahead and complete the print since it's only an hour and a half long or 2 hours. That way, if it fails on me again, I'll know there's another problem. So anyway, for all of you people out there, this is the solution temporary. I may end up buying a new cable, I may not. If the cable's fine, then I'll leave it alone, because that's what happens when you have ADHD. You end up spending money when you don't need it. For instance, I bought some new nozzles with some peppercorn tubing. I've replaced the nozzle tubing in it twice yesterday, thinking it was the tubing clogging up, when it turns out it was this fan not running right. So this was my attempted print on the big printer, the XMAX. This is for a friend of mine, Mr. Stegosaurus. I guess that's what we'd call him. Anyway, this is a ribbon burner. It's like a template, I guess, that goes inside the ribbon burner to put the refractory cement. And it has the holes, or the crayons as they call it, already in it. Got this part off Thingiverse. We are printing this for him. It's at 34%. So Mr. Stegosaurus, your stuff is almost done in about 9 more hours. But hey, it's printing. This is old reliable Ender 3. The sucker's never failed me, other than some crappy filament. Here we go. So I made this 3D printed this bracket with this printer with the cable taped up. So this right here should solve my problem, I hope. And if not, we will set this printer on fire and that would solve the problem. I'm just kidding. So now I'm printing a dial indicator mat right there. Then after this, I'm going to do a 10-hour print to see if it'll do the whole entire print. Yeah. Progress on the ribbon burner piece. We got about 5 hours, 6 hours left, something like that. Looks pretty fresh. Yeah. By the way, on another note, hairspray, Aquanet. This is the best hairspray to use on your 3D printer. Aquanet. Other brands are good too. Rave is good. Suave is good. This is the bomb, and it's cheap. Yeah. This little puppy took 19 hours. This is a ribbon burner template thing. I'm not sure what my friend's going to do with it. It is complete. Took 19 hours and 5 minutes to print at 90% speed. And then over here, we have our remedy for our printer problem. It seems to have printed pretty good. It looks pretty sturdy. So right now we have that clip. This is a complete removement, or a complete replacement cover for the print head. And I'm going to order a new cable to take the place of the, well, to be as a backup cable, because I can't afford for this printer not to run. Anyway, just thought I would share that. That's been the gist of the problem. I've replaced the nozzle, which looks brand new under there. Look at that. Done a lot of things. So anyway, that's going to conclude this video today. And we will be back with a new episode soon. Y'all have a good day and keep three-dimensionally printing with adult attention deficit hyperactive disorder. Yeah, hey, look, a duck. See y'all.